right, we have the legend himself, DL.
Ain't no legend, man.
What? The
No legend.
entitled one himself, DL? Come on. Gotta put
I'm
one
no
up
legend.
and then for our chief? Come on. I'm here with
What's
DL.
going? What's going on, Zuko? How you
Not
doing?
much, man. I'm chilling. Thank you for joining me for the both of these podcasts. Both nerds discuss anime history, conventions, and overall nerd shit.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, no, honestly, dude, I'm trying to get you on this podcast. I'm like, all right, not sure yet. Let me get a few things going, and then I'll ask you. I'm not gonna lie. Let me glaze you a bit, make you feel good.
Oh, I feel honored. Thank you.
Oh, thank you,
Thank you.
thank
Thank you
you.
so much.
Now it's funny because like back a few times, like you and I have run into each other in the con scene. I know sometimes you're working or things of that nature. We have like quick conversations and everything. Like you help run with like PPAC. I'm PPAC. Oh my god, and it's late like, for both of us. Huh? Pop cult. As well as doing things for like working at AAC, being a part of the pop cult staff and everything like that. So really quick, how did you even get involved with Pop Cult Anime Con?
So back in 2010, um, one of my, I think probably like third conventions that I've
Mm.
ever been to was another anime con, and I met Hemlock Inks at that convention. She was selling buttons, if you believe it or not, selling buttons, and I was with friends of mine, and we just kind of hit it off. She was mad cool. We just kept going, chatting with her and stuff. We just became like really, really tight. And then fast forward, she took the plunge to start Pop Called Anime Con back, I think it was 2018, I think, or 2019. And she asked me, is like, well, I want you, a part of it. And I'm just like, of course, whatever you need from me. It's like, you want me to host? Do you want me to, do main events? Like, what do you want? It's like, I want you to be head of guests and PR. And I'm just like, you really trust me with PR? It's, it's like, you really trust me with PR? It's like, you can be mature when you want to be. I'm like, I mean, yeah, but people like tend to just be stupid, and I just got to call them out on it, and it just, but and now it's going on year 6.
Mm.
Haven't had any major hiccups yet. I think I'm doing a good job being head of guests and PR. We're working on some good things this year, and I consider Ink's family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I consider her family. I'll do anything for her, and that's basically how I got into that role for Pop Cult. So
No, that's interesting. That's one of those things that, you know, people always like, oh, have my own con and then this con and that con. It's always interesting that I found out there's like multiple like heads to opening an anime convention or just running an anime con, and
it's a lot of work.
a lot of work goes into it.
It's a lot. It's a lot of work. I didn't realize how much work it is. Like, I'm thinking, oh, cool, yeah, I'll staff. I'll be, head.
Yeah.
I got things I need to do. I got my list, and I'm cool. Now, as you see me every pop call, I don't have 2 minutes of time to myself. I really don't. And I'm running around, and it's just like my job never ends. I have to make sure that the public's good, make sure the
Mhm.
cosplayers are good, everybody's good, everybody's happy. I'm checking, making sure Inks is eating.
Yep.
You
That's
know,
the biggest one for everybody, especially when you're opening
yeah,
cons, is staying hydrated and making sure to eat at least two
yeah,
meals.
yeah. It's because Inks, she does so much. She really does,
Mhm.
and we appreciate her so much. And we tell her, dude, just take an hour, take a nap, eat, do something. She's gotten a lot better over the years, but with me, as you know, like I'll see you, I'll wave, like, hey, what's going on? Don't have
Yeah,
time,
of
I'm
course.
running around, but and it sucks, but it's rewarding. I really enjoy doing it, and just using my powers for good. Let's just say that
Yeah.
I was using my powers for good. So
No, it's always great. Like I tell everybody, and this podcast is known to be very pro small anime convention. Like we love our big cons, but sometimes big cons can be just a bit too much, and it's kind of annoying. And it's just
yeah,
like, my goodness, like
I
let's,
don't do anime Boston anymore.
dude,
It
I
is
don't do
way too
anime.
big,
Yep, same,
way too big,
way too
so big,
big.
man.
Oh my goodness.
Like, don't get it twisted. It don't Anime Boston's fun. I'm not shitting on Anime Boston. I'm
Mhm.
not. I love Anime Boston. I got a lot of good memories with Anime Boston. A lot of bad ones too. But I love Anime Boston. But it's too big. It's too expensive. Like
That's the
what's a
biggest
weekend
one.
pass now? Like what
100,
125 now or
yeah,
something like that?
something like 109. I mean 105, maybe 110.
Like I see this. I'm gonna age myself.
That's
I
fine.
remember back then, Anime Boston, for a weekend was like $45.
I know. I
It's
remember that,
crazy.
dude. I remember. Well, maybe not
It's
45,
crazy.
but I do remember it being like 65, and for the
Yeah,
for
65,
the whole ass
70,
weekend. Yeah.
75. I thought 80 was pushing it. I was like, all right, you can't go up any higher. Now it's like over 100. Like, are you serious, bro?
No,
Come on.
I feel you on that one. It's just one of those things where, like, when going to get cons, it's like, how much more can I spend going to this convention?
Yeah.
And we've talked about it nauseum on here, but it's the buy-in that makes people feel a certain way, I think, where it's like, all right, I'm gonna pay for parking. Last podcast I was talking to one of the guys I went to Katsu with. Katsu,
Right.
while it is expensive, in a way it's kind of more affordable, especially because we go
Okay.
for so long for 5 days. I told him for parking for 5 days we paid $123. The last time I paid
Okay.
$123 was 2011 Anime Boston.
Wow.
Now I mean last time I paid was probably like 236, and that was 4 days because I was parking at the Prudential. And I'm just like, okay, so a $200 buy-in, and then plus $100 to, uh, go to the convention. That's already 300, not including
Yeah.
hotel. And it's like, okay,
Right.
it's a bit much. I personally, I said, I have my gripes with Anime Boston. I don't really hate the convention. You know what I mean?
No,
It serves a purpose. It's exactly
no,
it's
no.
one of the
I
biggest
don't.
and the starters of the whole situation. But of
Yeah.
course,
If it was for Anime Boston, I got a lot. I'm like, my network's pretty big. I don't
mhm,
want to toot my own horn or anything, but there's not an anime, or not even like a New England like convention that doesn't know me, or that hasn't heard my name, or like my name's like whispered around the wall or whatever. I have a very, very big network, and it's like Anime Boston was responsible for that.
mhm,
Like we used to frequent that every years and years. I think the last one I went to was I think like 2014, 2015,
yeah,
something like that. And I was just done. It was whatever. But I there's a lot of people, a lot of even like department heads that are still department heads that that are I consider friends of mine, that I love. So I'm not shitting on it. I
yeah,
love Anime Boston. It's just way, way too big
yeah.
for what it is. It's just way big.
And it's funny because I said we've talked about it here, and it's always funny that we are like, oh, Anime Boston this, Anime Boston that, and I don't know. I think the more and more I've like discussed it, I'm just like, all right, these are just big con problems. Like Anime Boston itself, I'm not really like I said. If it wasn't for Anime Boston, I wouldn't be going to anime conventions. So I have to give it its props. I have to give it its flowers in that way. But like you said, it's just too big, and Boston is getting fucking expensive.
Yeah, it's not a cheap city.
No, it
And
is
what's
not.
funny, and you mentioned Anime Boston got you into anime conventions. What's
Mhm.
funny to me is the convention that got me into conventions, like just overall conventions, is a con that I shit on like on a constant basis, which is Connecticut. Connecticut was the very first convention that I actually went to. How funny that is!
Yeah.
If you guys know the story of me and Connecticut and how much I hate it, yeah. So,
I mean, if you want to tell it,
yeah.
tell it.
Um,
You can give you can give the shorthand version a little bit. That's
Uh,
perfectly
I'll,
fine. If
I'll
you don't
give you
want to
the I'll
start a
give you the
drama,
TD
that's perfectly
I'll give
fine
you the
too.
TLDR.
Yeah.
I'll give you the TLDR. So basically, the head of the convention, the guy, doesn't like me because when I'm very outspoken.
Mhm.
If something's bad, I'm going to say something. And with Facebook, everybody has to spread their dirty laundry on social media because
Yep.
that's just how it
That's
is.
how it goes.
Um, I forget what year it was. Maybe it was 2013, 2014. I'll say 2013. Just horrible convention. Staff was rude.
Mhm.
Everything was atrocious. And I posted a real long rant about it. And Conhead, got in his fifis, got butthurt, and fast forward later, I was banned from said convention
Yep.
for speaking my mind on the net. And what's funny is he told me I was banned. I had a 10-year ban, which I went to Connecticut back in 2011,
Hmm.
or not 2011. Yeah, 2011. Said I had a 10-year ban. When I went back to help out friends of mine,
Yeah.
and I got escorted out saying that I was still banned. I
Damn.
was like, "Yo, your math is not mathing. Like you said, it's a
It's 10
10-year ban.
years.
It's
I'm
2020.
back. Yeah.
Like there's no math. Math is not mathing, boss. I mean, you don't like me, you don't like me. We all know,
Yeah.
how it was, and it's just it. I don't know. I got to give it its props because if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't know the love and the excitement for conventions.
Hmm.
But then I hate it so freaking much because of I have to mention that because if it wasn't for that, it was I wouldn't go to Anime Boston. I wouldn't go to New York Comic Con, Anime USA,
Hmm.
AAC, all these conventions. So I got to give it its props, but I really hate that convention with every fiber in my soul.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Um, it's funny because I used to I was ConnectiCon was the next one I used to go to after Anime Boston. Like those were the two. Like I have Anime Boston, I have ConnectiCon.
Yeah, they were back to back. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was funny after your whole situation. It kind of was just like, huh. Yeah, ConnectiCon ain't that good, is it? Like it actually opened my mind because I'm like, why is everything closed at 6? What is it? What is there to do?
Yeah,
And
that's what I'm saying. Like,
I,
like, how do you have a curfew? Like, how is everything broke down to 6?
all right, what do we
Like,
have for a
what?
pan? It's like there's nothing to do. I'm like, what? Yeah, 6 o'clock. It's over. You look at the fucking thing. You're like, oh, everything is over at 6. Wait a minute. I just woke up from my nap.
It's so bad, bro. It's so. I remember the second year I went to Connecticut, and this is probably one of my best memories of Connecticut. John St. John, you know who that is? Voice of
It's
Duke Nukem.
fuck yeah.
Voice of Duke Nukem. I remember he was a guest there, and me and my buddy Kev and Matt, we were walking back to the hotel after getting food, and he was just chilling there, just chilling like right outside, smoking
Nice.
a cigar. No one knew, just doesn't wasn't bothering anybody with us. It's like, yo, what's going on? And we were just shooting the shit, just talking. It's like, you
Nice.
want a cigar? And I'm like, fuck yeah, I want a
Damn.
damn, fuck yeah, I want a damn cigar,
Damn.
bro. Hell yeah, I don't smoke, but when you offer him a cigar, hell yeah, like
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So we were just chilling, just chatting, talking, and just that just that night alone was fantastic. He ended up going back to his room, and then I remember outside there was like two of these ravers had boom boxes playing house music, and
Hell
they were
yeah.
like glow sticking, just having their own inside rave, and it was just like it was simple back then,
Yeah.
Zuko. It was so simple, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I
there
know
was
what you
no hate.
mean.
I mean, there was hate, but it was like hidden. You know what I mean? We were there for each other. You know, you know what I mean. You're
I know.
laughing. You know what I mean,
No,
though.
that's the thing.
You
I
know
know
what I mean.
exactly what the fuck you're talking about, which is terrible, but
You
I
know
know
what
what
I
you
mean.
mean.
Like everybody wants to hate just to hate. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? At least when I hate, I have a reason to hate because you forced my hand.
Yeah.
But everybody was like nice. It was cool. It was like it was great, man. And then it just I don't know what happened. It's just I want the old school back where people like were cool and just open minded and just it wasn't about hate. It wasn't about black white.
Hmm.
It
Yeah,
wasn't
I know what you
about
mean.
gay friend. It wasn't about all that. We were nerds together as a
Yeah.
front. You know
Now,
what I mean?
I know
And
exactly what
it's
you're
not
talking
like
about.
that anymore.
No, I know what
And
you
it's not like
mean.
that anymore.
There's a phrase, of course, I don't necessarily consider this a hot take, but back when you and I roughly were growing up, we're probably the alternative group where it wasn't like the popular kids. We were just nerds all hanging out. And, you'd hang out with like, the alternative kids and the goth kids, whatever.
Yeah,
But anytime anyone would mention like, oh, I'm this, I'm that, like, something like, oh, I'm goth, I'm punk, because I hung out with a bunch of those people. They used to tell me the
yeah,
phrase, labels are for soup cans. Like I used to hear that, oh,
yeah,
yeah, that. And so like so sometimes, people like they always have their I'm this type of cosplayer. Like me, like, I'm an Asian cosplayer. I'm like I'm just a cosplayer, guys. Like or
right.
Spanish is like Ryan is an Asian American podcaster. No, I'm just a podcaster. Please and thank you. Like
Yeah, just a podcast.
just a
Yep,
podcast guy.
I get
I,
it.
you know,
I do.
I there's those things, but not for me. I guess everybody's a little different. I get that. Everyone, likes to put themselves out there, make themselves feel unique or feel like a part of a group. I can't deny them that. But I get exactly what you're saying is, yeah, back in the day, we would just, hey, look, we're all nerds hanging out. We're all outcasts.
Yeah,
At the end of the day, no one wants to hang out with us. So we just kind of came together and we were
yeah,
just
we're
losers.
like, and then especially for us being POC, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like when I was in school, I had to hide that shit that I was a nerd, that I like video games, I like anime, I like comics. I had to hide that. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Because it was just like you had to pull up appearances, especially in high school now. I mean, it's better now, but like back in the '90s,
Yeah, no.
being black and like what, black dude likes anime? What? Like I had to hide that shit.
No,
Like
I
it
believe
was
that.
nuts. And
Yeah.
now it's like it's mainstream now. The dudes that used to make fun of me watching it, now got, Dragon Ball posters on their walls and stuff, trying to educate me. It's like, hey, did you see this? I'm like, bro, I seen that like 4 years ago. Like, we're like, bro, don't do that.
Yeah.
Like, so
It's interesting because I feel like this is just a weird, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, conspiracy type theory that I like to say is one rapper I think was the one who really brought it out that made because it was it Exestacion, the freaking
yes,
the SoundCloud rapper, fucking I enjoyed his music. I'm not gonna lie, but man, he would just put anime shit on blast. A lot of his
yep,
AMVs would just be like Goku fighting or Naruto fucking fighting
yep,
Sasuke,
yep,
Obito fighting uh, Kakashi, and it would be set to his music. And you're like, yo, this is fucking sick. And then
yeah,
he would just be like, yeah, no, I fucking love anime. Like, this is good shit. And I'm like, damn.
yeah.
And then after
It's
that
main,
point, I noticed it kind of blew up after that. There was like
yeah,
2 minute
it's
songs.
mainstream now. It's the new hotness. So
Yeah.
like, people respect it now. Back in the '90s, nah, they didn't respect. Like they labeled you as a, nerd
Pervert.
and like
Yeah.
a geek. You know? And I played football. I played football in high school. It's like you're a freaking 275-pound linebacker, and you're watching freaking Witch Hunter Robin. The fuck, like, come on,
But it's
like,
cool, guys. Come on.
yeah, like you had to hide it, which
Yeah, no,
sucks,
I get
but
that. It's just interesting to me. Like I said, when it comes with how like back in the day, a lot of people had to hide being like, oh, I'm in anime because let's be real, some of the anime that was out was just like porn. And it was so a lot of times you say, hey, I like anime, and it's like,
ugh,
oh, is that the one with the horse and like a
yeah,
girl and they're all
you're
screaming?
you're
Like
you're
what
you're
is
not
going
you're
on?
not you're
Yeah.
not wrong.
And it's like,
You're
you're a
not wrong.
fucking pervert. I'm like, no, there's this thing called DBZ, Dragon Ball Z, and you try to explain it, and it's like, that sounds
Yeah,
so stupid. I'm just like,
you're you're
no,
you're not you're not wrong.
you
You're
mean
really not. You're
you
not
mean the
wrong.
show about the guys just yelling? It's like he's not just yelling, he's powering up. And the more you explain, it was like,
It's
nah,
like, yeah, is that the one that he's like yelling for like 8 episodes to power up? Just freaking do something already. Like,
yeah.
bro, shut up.
I remember that though. People like, oh, this is how they would fight, and they talk about the instant transmission things. People are like, that's
Yeah.
so fucking stupid. I'm like, no, you have to understand it. Like you said, me being like, it didn't help that also, kind of I'm Asian, and then it's just like, oh, this fucking nerd. Like, of
Right.
course you would. I'm like, fucking, it's cool, I promise. This is Tenchi Morio. What happens here? It's a dude. He's around a bunch of girls. They're all
Yep.
nice. Ryoko's the best
Yep.
girl, but there's also a galactic war going on. Ah, nice. A man of culture. Gotta. Like I said, I always keep her
Come
nearby.
on, bro. My boy. My boy.
Hell yeah, brother. Speaking of that, of course, Ryoko was my first waifu. How about you? I know you say you have all this
uh,
knowledge. So, what was your
oh,
first?
come
And
on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on. Come
what?
on. It's Felicia for life.
Felicia for
It's
life.
Felicia for life. Felicia for
Nice.
but before Felicia, man, you know what, man? I kind of had a thing for freaking Sailor Jupiter, man.
Yeah.
That redhead, man, the tall one. You know what I mean? I wanted to climb that oak wood. You know what I mean? Like,
Hell yeah, dude.
yeah,
I know,
yeah,
like you said, like Felicia from Darkstalkers, correct? Is that
yes,
the
yes.
I know you normally
Not
host the
obsessed. I am not. I am not obsessed. with Felicia from Darkstalkers. I am not obsessed. I can stop at any time. I just choose not to.
There you go,
Okay, I
man.
just want to put that out there. I just want to put that out there.
DL can quit whenever he
Totally
wants.
obsessed.
Okay, he can quit whenever he wants. Okay, so he's just having a good time. Okay, can't we all just have
Yeah,
a good time?
yeah.
Is that against the law?
I
What
don't.
is the charge? What is the charge? Enjoying a succulent anime girl, an anime cat
Like,
girl.
yeah, the anime cat girl that can slice me up at any given time and kill me. So yeah.
Hey man, especially the kill me part.
But
That's the best part. Let's be real.
it's the way to go. It's the way to go, bro.
I know you normally have a panel, and it's like an 18 plus
Oh
panel.
boy.
I
Oh shit.
I'm,
Okay.
I mean, I don't listen to the notes, but it's just one of those things I know. Like, I see it. It's funny because I have multiple guests who come in here and they talk about I know they host panels, and I've never been to them, and like after a few times, it's like I went to Ken's panel talking about
Right.
D&D Smasher Pass, and I'm like,
Yep.
I'm gonna give that one a shot. So AAC, we went for the first time. I've seen yours listed. It's always like on a Sunday, so I'm like, oh man, like I'm tired.
So origin on that.
Yeah,
If you guys Pop Call Anime Con need to go because
hell yeah.
it's the only convention you'll see me do a panel. It's the only convention I will do it. And it was supposed to be a gag panel.
Yeah.
Like the first year we did it, I was just like, okay, I could talk about kitties. I could talk about anime titties for an hour. Yeah,
Hell
that's
yeah.
fine.
Why
Okay.
not?
Just for filler. Okay, no, that's cool. Whatever. And then it just blew up. And then it blew up more. And it just blew up more. And it just got raunchier. And it just got to a point now where I ran out of ideas and now we're a cult. You know,
The
we
natural
followed the
progression.
book. We followed the book of Booba.
Nice.
Um, you know, I got my Reverend robe. So I'm now known as Reverend Blackstone V1. I
Oh, so that's
spit
the origin of the name with that one. Interesting.
yes, that is the origin of the name.
And
Yes.
also, because I've seen so many
Uh,
profiles like Book of Boba, I'm like, what's that about? I didn't know. I didn't know that was the origin.
yeah, that was the origin, and so yeah, so it's now like it was supposed to be a gag panel, and it just turned into like this big, huge thing now. And now we just with it, it's the last panel of the convention,
Mhm.
and I want to give all of the attendees, something to think about for next year. We leave it on a positive note, like basically the mic drop of the whole entire convention.
Nice. Hell yeah. No, that's awesome. Now I guess I have to check that out next time I go to Pop Cult.
You should.
I know I will now because I'm like, all right, I want to know what it's like. I want to see them things. Let's go. And then, like you said, it's a nice, like you said, as someone who's a part of the convention, it's your way of kind of tying the bow, doing the mic drop to give a positive note to the end of the convention, which is
Yeah,
great.
it's the last scheduled thing at the convention. It's even before Q&A because
Mm-hmm.
Inks does a Q&A
Mm-hmm.
at the end, but mine it's the very last thing. And if you missed last year, so basically so basically I walked into the panel room in my robe, my Reverend robe, and to the Halo music,
Oh, nice.
and
Fuck yeah.
basically blessing everybody going in, and we had a sermon about anime titties for an hour. So it was
That's amazing.
yeah, it was pretty fun. I enjoyed that. So now
Now I'm definitely
so
going to be
for so
going. I
for the
guess
so for
guess I have to like have a pilgrimage soon. Jesus Christ. I didn't know what I was locking myself into. It's amazing.
it,
If you
you
think
know it's
that's lame, you
successful.
suck.
It's successful when the attendees were like, "You should be in main events next year," because they had to turn people away because I filled up the entire panel room every
That's
year.
awesome. I love
So
hearing
it's just
that.
like we had to do main events. I'm like, bro, I'm not doing main events. No, absolutely not. That's way too much pressure. No,
Earlier you
but
mentioned that you said Kineticon was the first convention you went to, you said? Or that's the one that got you
yes,
into it?
yes.
When was that?
2011,
2011? Oh,
2010.
2011, 2010. Oh, nice. So, like, overall, like I said, so of course, unfortunately, you had to stop going and everything. Earlier, you mentioned to me that, of course, once you started doing conventions, you started going to a lot of conventions throughout the year. Like, I think you and I were talking, we were saying you would go to at least 11 conventions in one year. Jesus
I
Christ, my
think the
dude.
I think I think it was 2012. I
Mhm.
think I did like 12 that year.
Wow. Okay. I can't even
Yeah,
name 12 conventions, dude. I can name like 4 or 5. I'm like, I think one year I overdid it. It's like 5 or 6. I'm like, this is too much. I'm losing money here, and I don't know if I'm having fun anymore. I'm just getting tired every 3 months.
right, 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 right. But I think out of all of them that I've been to, I don't do it anymore.
Mhm.
I think my favorite one, um, I'm going to say was New York Comic Con. It was the only year that I went, and
Mhm.
it was 2016.
All right.
And that was the year that I met Brian Lee O'Malley. I don't know if you know who that
Nope,
is.
I'm not too familiar.
He is the creator and author of Scott Pilgrim versus the
Oh shit. Okay.
And funny story with that is I didn't even know he was there until the last day. I had no idea he was there. It's Sunday. I went with a group of friends. We took the bus and our bus was leaving in like 2 hours. So I was just, running around doing, final laps or whatever.
Yeah, just trying to get some
And I
quick shit
saw,
going.
yeah, and I saw a random, manga store or whatever. And they had the first volume of Scott Pilgrim versus the World in hardcover color. And I was like, oh damn, I didn't know they did that. So, I bought one and they gave me a playing card. It was a seven of spades. I'm just like, what's with the playing card? And the guy was like, well, in about 15 minutes, because we're about to close up, we're going to pull 5 cards. And if we pull your card, you can get that signed by Brian Lee O'Malley. And then I just stood there. I just stood there shocked. And I was just like, he's here right now. And then he pointed over to him. And I'm just like, holy shit, that's him right there. Oh my God. I've never really fangirled or like, went crazy over
Mhm.
somebody because I love that series.
All
And
right.
I love that series. And it was the last card that he pulled was a seven of spades.
You were
And
like,
I got
let's
and
fucking
he
go.
and he I was the last person for him to sign and I'm freaking out and I was just like, I didn't know you were here. I freaking love you, blah blah blah, this, that, and the other. And I looked in my bag and I had all 6 volumes in my bag because I wanted something to read on the bus. I didn't
Yeah.
even know he was there. And
Yeah.
I had all 6 paperback volumes. Tell me this man did not sign each one of my paperback volumes and my hardcover one.
Oh man,
Because I was the last guy to get him
that's
like dude
awesome.
was amazing.
That's
Took a
awesome.
picture with him. Like it was that moment, like that's like my best convention moment like ever.
Mhm.
Like that nothing could top. I won't go to another New York Comic Con because nothing will top that year.
I don't
Nothing.
blame you. Yeah, because you'll go in there and be
Absolutely
like,
nothing.
well, I guess this is it. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna run into anybody famous like that no more.
Yeah, it was amazing. Like, and it was all chance too. I had no idea.
Mm.
I went to a random manga shop. He was there. I didn't know he was there, and then I ended up getting,
Seven
winning an
is yeah,
autograph,
hell
and
yeah, dude. That's awesome.
it was absolutely amazing.
I love when shit like that
Love
works out. It's just like, oh my god, this is great. That's like recently when I went to the AVN Adult Video Network.
it.
Uh,
Oh,
uh,
okay.
I didn't know Autumn Ivy was gonna be there. So
Mm,
I was like, oh my god. I went to the Fansly booth, and we're just looking at all the players, as I like to talk to them, refer to them as. So I
yeah.
players, and I look at the thing, and I'm like, holy shit, Autumn Ivy's gonna be here on Friday. So no one told me that, and I'm just like, well, I'm gonna hit the gym. Hopefully, I look good. Rolled up in there. There was Autumn Ivy with her partner, and she was the coolest fucking person. Like, she hung out. We just
Yeah.
shot this shit, and I loved
Right.
the fact that I joked. I'm like, meet her at a D&D con or something, or meet her at an anime con. It's like expected. Okay, hey, IRL Carlac, X, Y, and Z. Here I am at a adult expo, and me and my boy Josh were there, and all we did is like, man, look at your Carlax's awesome. We just talked cosplay and everything like that, as opposed to like probably what everybody else probably wanted to talk to her about. You know what I mean?
Right.
But she and her partner were just the coolest fucking people in the world. I was just
That's
like,
what's up.
what a weird place to run into like a cosplayer that I follow. Not only that, just be my workout motivation. And I was sounds like, hey, I
Right.
like when you post workout motivation videos. And of course, I have a photo. I'm like,
Right.
yo, can we flex out really quick? And I know she hits that like bicep pose, and we hit
Yeah,
that bad
she
boy. And I was like,
yeah, she
hell
yeah.
yeah.
Definitely goals. Like she is ripped, most def.
hmm
Most def.
And it was just
So,
really cool just being able to meet her and just talk to someone like just like that. I just like I
what's
said,
up?
I didn't expect that. Like I ran into, let's say, stars at the Brazzers booth. That I, after doing research, I was like, oh, I'm aware of you and your work. It's nice to meet you, ma'am.
Right.
It
Yeah.
was an experience. Everybody was like I say, everybody was super cool. Like everybody was
That's
super
cool.
sick, and it was fun that way.
Okay.
It's always nice to meet celebrities who are cool. Um,
Yeah.
the other time I just not to keep talking about myself. The other time I got starstruck, me personally, was when I met Mick Foley, Mankind.
Ooh. I met Mick Foley.
He's the coolest guy in the world.
Yeah, yeah.
But my God,
He
like as a
actually
kid, yeah, go ahead.
he I met him at Rhode Island Comic Con.
Yeah, same.
I think it was I think it was the first year they did it, and I remember I got a picture with him, and he put me in a headlock, and
Oh,
I was
that's
just like,
sick.
"Yo, this is awesome."
It's so funny because I used to watch him like wrestle, and it was just like,
Yeah,
man, this guy could just go through so much pain and just be super strong and just go through it. And I'm
yeah,
like, I could do that too. And that's kind of been like my thing when I did like martial arts growing up and things like that. Like if
right,
Mick Foley can do it, I can do it. It's just all just you
right.
got to deal with the pain. So when I saw him, I'm like, I was dressed as the Winter Soldier, so it's just kind of yeah, so you're really cool. And then he just like saw my cosplay and was like, so, and he started getting into Winter Soldier lore, and I'm like, yeah, yeah, his name's Bucky, yeah, and he's like, oh yeah, so like, let me tell you about. I'm just like, I couldn't say nothing. That same
Wow.
convention, I didn't realize how fucking wide Booker T was, but he was there too, and
Okay.
he was standing
I,
there, and I'm just
I,
like, holy shit, I don't know if I can talk to that guy. And RVD was next to him. I'm like, I don't know if I can do this, guys. And I only
I
talked to.
never met Booker T. The biggest wrestler that I met, dude is huge. Dude, you might not think how big he is Randy Orton. Now
Oh, I know he's like like tall
he
and
is like, oh, but he's just built, bro.
really
Like, man, I was just like, damn.
the
Like,
Viper.
a lot of there's a lot out there saying that he's like kind of an ass, and no, not at all. Dude's amazing,
I
real
think
nice. I,
from what I know, is a lot of the times is people approach him at the wrong time, and
yep,
he's a
and that's
very
exactly what it is.
yeah, and he's a very like
That's
lack of better with reserved person. Like
yeah,
he's just like,
yeah,
hey, he's very like, hey, how's it going? Nice to meet you. But
yeah,
like, yeah, I think like if you caught him at the right moment, he's like the coolest fucking like.
yeah,
You see like photos with him and his family and videos of him just hanging out.
yeah.
But it's
No,
like, yo, he's taking a
he's a
piss.
real
Let
down
me take a
he's a
photo
real
of
down
you.
to earth. Yeah, he's a real down to earth guy, which is funny. I met it was him, it was Ric Flair and Triple H. They did it when they were in Evolution. They were in a show in Mohegan, and I
Oh,
remember
that must have
me and
been
my buddies
good.
we stayed. Yeah, we stayed after to gamble and stuff, and lo and behold, they were at a craps table. Walked up to them, not stars. I was like, hey, what's up, guys? Good show. And they were mad show. They talked to us or whatever. We weren't like being like fans.
Yeah,
We weren't shoving like papers or whatever. We are just shooting the shit with them. Rick's hilarious.
I
That dude is
imagine.
Rick's hilarious. Randy was mad cool. Triple H was a little bit more reserved and stuff because
Hmm.
big guy, whatever,
Yeah,
which is cool. But
yeah.
no, they were mad cool, mad chill. But yeah, when people say that he's an ass, like he probably, you know, bugging them at the wrong time or like
Like you said, shoving
following them,
papers in his
stalking them in the
face. Yeah,
airports or something.
yeah, shoving papers
So
in his face, being like, Randy Orton, I love your shit. He's like,
yeah,
I've had success that way. Not that way I mentioned, but coming up to famous people, so to speak, and being like, hey, like, especially after a show, like, hey man, good set. And they'd be like,
yeah,
yeah, man, thank you so much. I'm like, you guys killed it out there, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, and then of course, like, hey, if you don't mind, can I have a selfie? Yeah, okay, man, no big
yeah,
deal. Like the last metal
yeah,
show I
yeah.
went to, like I went to see Within the Ruins, and those guys were cool as fuck. Same thing. They were just, yeah,
Okay,
man, no problem. But I'm not like, oh my god, I love your shit. Your music saved me. Like, oh,
right.
shit, I'm sorry. Like, But anything that you would like enjoy, like video gaming or anything like that, you feel like people just don't know more about of, or should they get into it?
Um, well, look, well, I have a real big passion of uh of wrestling.
Mhm.
I watch a lot of WWE, AEW, New Japan, and there's a lot of I mean, WWE is like super popular right now ever
Yeah,
since Triple H took over, Vince is out of power and it's more mainstream now, even with AEW
yeah,
as well. Um I have a lot of passion with that. Kevin can tell you so much about that.
yeah. He's telling me
Um
he's trying to get you to buy a new belt.
yeah, I did. I bought a new one yesterday.
Oh, did you get the one that that I think he sent me to it? He sent me one. It's like, yo, Ryan, here's a new belt. I think I might get DL into it.
Yeah, he got
He
me.
got
It
you.
was one of the ones that I've been look. It's never on sale, and I ended up freaking. I was like, oh, God damn it. So, but something that's underrated. I'll give you like. There's a couple anime series that people that kind of like fell under the radar. I think, and I watch them on a constant basis. I usually watch one or two of these before I go to a convention. Get me
Get you
hype
like,
up.
yeah, understanding a little bit. Yeah, I feel
Yeah,
that.
you get your hyped up for them. One is called Occultic Nine.
Cultic 9. Okay.
It's a mystery drama series about a boy who basically um, befriends this girl, and they solve mysteries. They solve murder mysteries. Hashtag big plot twists. They solve murder mysteries because they're
Oh shit.
yeah, but you don't know that until like halfway through the
Hmm.
series. But it's a really good series. Uh, Opening's amazing. Artwork's amazing. And what really makes an anime series to me is you got to have a fire opening. If you have a fire opening, 8 times out of the 10 it's going to be a fire series.
Yeah, no, I know
You
what you
know,
mean.
um, you got to have a fire opening. And no, the artwork's amazing. The storyline it keeps you locked in. You're guessing what's what, this, that, and
Yeah.
the other. Um, I don't hear a lot of people talking about it, even when I think it's about, I think it came out, I want to say like maybe 2016, 2017.
Okay.
I don't, a lot of people don't really talk about it. It's kind of like fell under the radar. Um,
I think it's at the
so
time, like with 2016, like once like lockdown happened and quarantine, people started watching more anime, and people were just like
yeah,
hungry for it. Now, I
yeah,
this is my favorite anime hot take. It's not really a big one. Is we aren't the old guys. We aren't the we boomers. This generation is the boomers. We were the greatest generation because at 2016, 2017, during that time, people stayed home and anime just blew up. Like post COVID, now anime is everywhere. There was a
yep.
fucking commercial I just saw for a bipolar med that was an anime commercial. That was yeah, no, it's I just saw it at the gym like today. I was running and I just looked at the person's screen like across from me and I'm like, what the fuck is that? And so I looked up the med. It's a bipolar med and it has amazing anime animation, but it's just what the fuck is this? But I
Anime is mainstream when it's in sports. Because I know the Boston Red Sox had a One Piece night
oh dude,
where they were
their
giving out.
next one looks really good. What they were giving away
Yeah,
too.
yeah. And I think the first one was a Luffy
Yeah,
bobblehead,
bobblehead and he's
and I was
wearing
just like, damn. I was like, damn. I hate the Red Sox, but I low key, I kind of want that freaking bobblehead though.
this year.
you know?
This year's coming up. They had what is it? I think they're doing like jerseys. The
That's awesome.
One Piece Red Sox
That's
jerseys, and I was
awesome.
like, that's kind of
That's
sick.
awesome.
I mean,
Yeah.
I would want those. I don't give a fuck. What is it? Holo Live for the Dodgers. I think happened.
Yep.
They won the world.
Yep. Yep.
And I told my friends, hey, you guys can honestly say that because of Holo Live, the Dodgers won the World Series. So with the power of anime on their side, they
I'm
did it.
kind of torn on that though, because I'm a Yankee fan. They beat us, so I don't know if I could rock that. So,
Uh, well,
but
tell
yeah,
the
you
Yankees to
you know it's
fucking get some anime shit. Maybe it'll help them out.
yeah, it's mainstream though when it's like in major sports and stuff. So it's like it anime, like I was saying earlier that you
Yeah,
kind of had to hide it. It
yep,
wasn't really mainstream. You kind of had to hide the love for it, and now
yeah,
it's everywhere now.
yeah.
It's in movies. You got Miku, Pasapun Miku, performing on freaking Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
Like, bruh, if
Yeah.
that's not mainstream,
Than what it is. Yeah, seriously.
what is?
At this point,
You
no
know?
one's going, oh, what is Miku? It's like, we all know what fuck Miku is. You don't have to explain it's a voice modulating program as much anymore. It's just Miku. Like, Miku's in fucking Fortnite now.
Yeah, that's my skin right now. That's my skin. That's all
Yeah.
that brought me back to Fortnite. That's
Okay.
that. That's my skin.
Okay, really quick, though. I went back to Fortnite because my friend likes to play it. And I just got that skin, the Music Pass, also.
Yeah,
It's too good. It's
yeah,
too
I
good.
did
I
too.
fucking love it. I think, and it's just like, oh, now I have to buy the Miku Beam fucking emote because I need it because it's cool.
That the ultimate troll. What you do when you down somebody or you like wipe a squad or whatever,
Yeah.
you do the Miku beam. It's like 1, 2, and then when she says ready, you break down to the gritty. It's the most toxic thing ever. I love doing that.
And the best part is
You
probably
just
everyone
you go
playing it's like below
1.
14, so it's even better. Doing like, yeah, take that, you fucking kid. Welcome to real life.
Miku doing the gritty is the most hilarious thing I've seen in 2025. It's
That's it.
so funny.
That's great though. I fucking love that. She's like, yo, do this. This is gonna be great.
Oh man.
It's funny because I kind of got a glimpse of that because I was going, I was doing my research, as I do research on all my guests. That of course you have your streaming platform, and
I
I saw
do.
that you were playing Fortnite on it, and I'm just like, oh shit. And I
Yeah.
realized I didn't
I
follow you, so I'm like, let me give him a follow really quick. Because I used to, I remember getting
yeah.
updates for like, have you acknowledged your entitled chief? I'm like, yeah, there it is.
Yeah, I'm slowly getting back. I was really bad at keeping a schedule with the whole Twitch, the whole
Mhm.
streaming thing,
Yeah,
with my, working and all that. By
yeah,
the
of
time I get
course. We're
home
all
and
fucking
from the
adults.
gym and stuff, I don't want to stream for an hour or two, but now I do it, I do it to like 2, 3 days a week if I can. I play Fortnite on Fridays with my squad. I play Deep Rock Galactic on Thursdays. Wednesdays I might play Phasmophobia.
Mhm.
But Fortnite, we don't play to win. We just have fun and
Yeah.
we just troll around. It's fun,
Oh, especially
When you
Fortnite, you
don't
can
take
totally
it so
troll
try
around.
hardy, it's
Yeah.
fun. It's fun. It really is.
I feel like that's
Yeah.
kind
Make
of the
sure you
better
follow
way
me
to
guys
go.
too. Blackstone V1.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was gonna say something at the same time. Be like, so this great schedule. What, under what name can we find this?
Twitch.tv/Blackstone V1. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Of course. I gotta shout out. I
Uh,
have people who come to my fucking podcast. You guys gotta promote yourselves too.
appreciate it.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
worries.
and then uh,
But I
and
feel
make
like
sure you
that's
guys check
better. The
make
vibe,
sure you check out Pop Call too. You got to check
of
out
course.
Pop Call. That's a
Oh,
major thing.
believe me, I've talked up pop cult so many times in this podcast because it's one of the good ones
Right.
of the year. I really enjoy going there.
Hey, you don't know how much that means to me hearing that, man.
Uh,
That I'm glad we're a safe convention that people talk up. Um, we strive on, not being other conventions where, you have your bad apples. We're a tight-knit squad. We've worked together since day one. All the department heads, we have love and respect for each other. And I think that's why we're successful as where we are now is because of that love. Um, we want to make sure we pull, a good convention for you guys because in the end of the day, without you guys, we are nothing.
mhm,
So
definitely. And like every time it's, oh hey, by the way, booking's open. Do your thing. Okay, say less. Like I'll just go right ahead. Like I said, we were just discussing before, affordable. I like where it is. And I know I
yeah,
get in there. And like I said, it's a good small con. You can actually meet people and talk to people. It's the best.
yep.
That's the vibe that
Yep.
we're going for.
I do miss Framingham. Don't get it twisted.
Oh,
I do miss
dude.
the castle.
Oh,
I
that
do miss
was
Framingham. I do. But this new location, it's a great location. Got like a lot of good eats there. And you guys want to hit me up. There's a couple hidden spots that you might not know about, with food wise.
the
I'm a big
secret
foodie.
Costco
So
across the way. No,
yeah.
get my $1.50 hot dog. Let's go. Walk back in. Hey, what's going on, guys? Where'd you get that, Costco? What's up?
uh, you want the best Mexican you ever eaten?
Yeah.
There's a spot. It's about maybe a 10-minute drive from the convention spot.
Oh shit. All right.
remind me. Maybe we'll if you're there day zero, maybe we'll make a trip.
Oh, sounds good to me, boss. But we were just discussing earlier. We were saying like when you're on Twitch, like
Mhm.
I don't know if I could do a live thing. I can always try one day, but we'll see from there. You were mentioning how, of course, while playing Fortnite, you're with your squad. You guys aren't being sweats. You're just hanging
No,
out, just fucking like trolling people. And I feel like that's the better vibe nowadays. Like you can have we can all watch Fortnite Ninja Blevins do his fucking shit, and I don't even know if he's still around, but
no, I'm too busy playing Marvel Rivals right now.
no, yeah, I saw him having a hard time going through one of the doors. That was really hilarious.
Yes.
How do I get out of here? I'm like, dude, just fucking hit the button. Like, what's wrong with you?
Uh,
Uh, but no, like that's when, like I said, when me and my friends play, like we want to win. It's fun, but sometimes it's just jump this fool, get him, and it's just doing the dumbest shit. Like pick him up, throw him away, hit him again.
yeah, no, yeah, don't be a sweat. We just go vibe. We just have fun, and our chat. My primetime Mikey, one of my good friends I met, through the years of gaming. Um, we just we just vibe. He's crapping on me, I'm crapping on him.
Yeah,
It's like, oh, you can't snipe. It's like, shut up. And I'm just like, well, hit your damn shot. I'm getting destroyed here. I'll be down. Oh, here's a chest here. I'm like, Mike, I'm down. Can you revive me? It's like, oh, a chest. I'm like, bruh, I'm down. Like,
hold it, and it's like
it,
get to the
it,
very end. And go, oh, I forgot something.
yeah,
Like, you.
like it's fun. We want to win, and we win a couple games here and
Yeah,
there. But at the end of the day, we're just there to just relieve stress, just have fun, and just vibe, man. You
yeah.
know.
I, I always feel like when it comes to like streaming, we always have like like people going crazy, like doing good shit and watch me do these trick shots. But getting older, it's when it's like the vibe, like streams are like where it's at, where people are just chilling, playing video games. It feels more like hanging out with like how it was back in the day, where we would all hang out at somebody's house and fucking play four-player split screen, where you're just chilling, talking.
GoldenEye, baby. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Were you like? It's funny because I don't know because it's kind of a stereotype between having as you mentioned being POCs that our parents are very strict. Do you ever have like big LAN parties or anything like that? Like I was never able to host one. I was able to do like
Oh yeah.
GoldenEye and shit, but I never was able
Oh
to
yeah.
experience that. Oh yeah,
Yeah. I had we had fighting parties. So we had like Street Fighter tournaments, Mortal Kombat tournaments. We did GoldenEye. We did Conker's Bad Fur Day. That was another one.
were you able to do it with like the
We did them like,
multiple televisions?
yep. We
Damn,
what
that's
we
cool as
yeah,
fuck.
what we did was going back into me being a wrestling fan, we had pay-per-view parties. So the pay-per-view or whatever, we would go to whoever was hosting. So say if it was my house, we hosted at my house, they would bring their TVs, we would set up, we would just game until like six,
Oh, that's
five,
sick.
6 o'clock. Then we'll order pizza, and then we'll watch the pay-per-views, and then we'll go home.
That's fucking awesome. Like I said, I grew up. Like I say, I'd had my birthday party as a kid, and N64 bust out GoldenEye, and four players split screen. Everybody be yelling at each other, but it was a good time. Like the most I ever got to a LAN party is I visited my cousins in California, and we went to an internet cafe, which was
Yeah.
extremely novel to me. I'm just like, what is this? It's like, oh, we all play Counter Strike here. There's like 20 computers, and we all
Yeah, I
just
remember
play with
those
each
times.
other.
Yep.
And like,
Yep.
I was like, oh, cool. I'm only in the seventh grade. I don't know what the hell's going on. So I played it, and then I come back and I want to play Counter Strike, but I have net zero, so that shit wasn't fucking happening.
Right.
Like
Oh boy.
shit ass internet. Yeah, no.
Hey, I had American Online. I know how that is,
Yeah,
man. That
dude.
I'm aging myself again. Freaking AOL. You got mail.
Yeah.
I know you remember that shit.
Oh, dude, I remember the fucking hey, here's and this isn't it, but here's a disc of 300 hours. I'll give it to
Yup.
you. I'll get
Yup.
a stop by my local fucking Blockbuster and pick one up because now it's
Yup.
it's AOL 2.0. Whoa, 2.0. Said who?
Oh, oh my God. It's now 32 KB KB. It's now 56. Oh my God. What an upgrade.
Yeah, and you still pick up the phone and it
Uh,
hangs you up. Fuck.
Be like, Mom, I'm on the internet. Get off the phone.
Oh man, I had to deal with so much shit back then when it came to the internet. Like some of the dumb shit, just like that, like net zero because my family was cheap, but God bless them. $10 a month at the time, whatever. I remember they had the bar on the bottom of the screen, and for the longest time, it took up like 30% of the fucking screen, and it ran
Oh,
ads,
man.
and you couldn't get rid of it unless you logged off. And I'm like, okay.
Oh, man.
And I think they finally like lowered it, so now it's just like 10% of the screen, but you couldn't get rid of it. I remember trying playing Diablo 2 back in the day on it. Did not work out. It did not work
Oh,
out.
yikes. Yikes.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because in the advent of like 360 era, it was kind of like I still at the time, it's weird to me because I talk to people about like CRTs. Like I have a huge CRT TV behind me that
Yep.
I was supposed to play fucking anime and VHS because I have like VHSs over there too for a background, but I always forget to do it because I'm just like, too much work right now. It's weird.
Right.
It's wild to me that we had 360s and we were still using like CRTs. Like I remember
Yeah.
playing Gears of War on like a heavy fucking just 32-inch television and playing the shit out of that, and then getting rid of it, and then getting like a flat screen TV and being like, wow, this is
Yeah.
so much lighter. It's
Yeah.
just so weird
Yeah.
that
Those CRTVs, man, were amazing. I wasn't a real big 360 guy. I was a Sony guy.
you're
So I
Sony.
had a
Yeah, that's fair.
PS3, PS2, PS3. And yeah, I remember playing Final Fantasy VII on this little small little CRTV.
Hell
Like,
yeah.
and I'm just like, yeah, this is peak gaming right here. And then I got my upgrade. And I was like, wow, what a difference. Okay, I can actually see the
See
whole
see
world map.
everything. Yeah,
Like,
right.
you know,
No, I feel
but
you on that one.
yeah,
I mean, like I said, CRTs. There's just something about it, and they've got them old school ways. Then they try to like with some of the newer stuff. Like I get it, like the clarity when you're playing newer games. Yeah, definitely. But
yeah,
man, when you play them old fucking games, like I really want to hook up my fucking PS1 to that, and like legit have my old copies of Final Fantasy VII on there, Final Fantasy VIII, and just look at it and be like, because when I turn that on, even with the VHS, like the sound quality is not that good neither, but it's its charm.
no,
And you're just
it's
like, yeah, I'm cool with that. Like this is what I'm here for. If I want at
yeah,
night, if I was, I would just go on my big TV over here and just plug in headsets, and there you go. Now it sounds good as fuck.
yeah. Put that on the sound bar. Put that on your Bose sound bar.
Yes, sir.
Got the subwoofers and all of that.
Yup.
Yeah.
Speaking of conventions from before, did you ever cosplay at all, like in your time?
A long time ago, long time ago. My
I
very
cause
first cos
no, sorry.
my very first cosplay was Rude from Final Fantasy VII, the Turks.
Hell yeah, yeah, yeah. Rude and
Um,
fucking the redhead dude. Oh, I was gonna
Reno,
Reno. That's
Re-
it.
Reno, Rufus, and
I love Rufus's
Rude.
coat. I love Rufus's coat. It's so good.
Yeah. I cosplayed Balrog from Street Fighter.
Oh,
I actually
nice.
had the triangles in my head.
Oh
I
yeah.
would spark do that. Yeah. Um, my old Brony days. Don't tell anybody.
No, don't worry.
Um,
I'll take
I
it out of the
I
podcast.
e- um I cosplayed Rainbow Dash. Dressed up suit with the rainbow wig, suited up, rainbow tie, cufflinks. Um, and then my very last cosplay when I stopped doing it. I cosplayed Gamagori from Kill la Kill.
Oh fuck yeah, dude. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Fucking love
When
Gamagori.
Kill when yeah when Kill la Kill was big, actually it was the last anime Boston that I went to. We had a whole group. It was Inks, myself, and friends. We did a whole Kill la Kill cosplay group. Um, uh, we had the whole Elite Four,
Mm-hmm.
and Inks was Satsuki.
Lay
She
Sasuke.
had the whole
Nice.
heels, the swords, like
Oh, that's
yeah.
awesome. That's
So
badass.
yeah, yeah. But no. Nah, I'm old, retired. Nah, I'm too busy making sure you guys have fun. You
Yeah,
know.
I was gonna say, judging by when we started, it's like, yeah, no, you're way too busy. And you're like, nah,
Yeah,
I
I
can't be
don't.
doing that no
Nah,
more.
nah, I don't do that no more, man. I
At
don't do that no more. Nah,
least you have your
no.
Reverend outfit, so that's always good, right?
Yeah, that's my first cosplay in like what 7 years, 8 years, like, bruh.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and I only wear it for like that for
Like that
that was the
hour.
first time I wore it, so now it's gonna be like that's gonna be the thing, Reverend Blackstone, you
Oh
know.
yeah.
So, but yeah, no, I cosplayed, man. I had fun cosplaying. It was cool. The Kill la Kill one was probably the best.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Just a group, and it was awesome, and we're all walking together and stuff. People stopping us, taking pictures. It was fun. It was cool.
Nice shit, yeah. Now it's always good when you have like a good group going and you're just like, yeah, this feels right. This feels good. And you just and then
Yeah,
you have to, when someone tries to sleep in the bathroom, I'm like, oh no, don't take a photo of us. We're not ready yet.
yeah. Random Makos freaking following me, calling me Gamagori son. I'm like, bro, yo, you're like 13. Get away from
It's like, nope.
me. No,
Yep.
no, 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 no. My name is not Drake. Get out of
I'm no Vic Mignogna. Oh! Oh shit.
But yeah, no
Yeah.
cosplaying. Nah, I don't, not too much.
Nah, it's all good, man. I get it, man. Especially now that, like a better word, you're kind of on the other side. You know, you're kind of giving back to the community, so it's it's understandable. You know, you have your
I
responsibilities, you
never
have
left
things
it.
you
Yeah,
do.
yeah, I never left the community. It's just that old guard. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
Making sure that y'all are good. I
of course.
respect y'all. I respect the work that you do. If you're a Felicia cosplayer, hit me up. Kidding. Really not. So.
Hell yeah. Nah, but
um,
nah, legit. But at the end, I think DL that'd be the end of it, my man. Thank you for joining me
all right,
for both of
cool.
these
No,
podcasts.
no,
I
hey,
really do appreciate it.
hey. No, I appreciate you putting me on, and thank you for the opportunity. And again, if you guys are out there, listening to this great podcast, make sure you check us out at Pop Called Anime Con in
Mhm.
August. I think early registration's going on right
Yep,
now, and rooms are up.
yep.
So,
Rooms are up.
yep. Get in now, and hey, maybe I'll see you at Kitties and
Yeah,
Titties.
exactly. I'll
And
make
we'll
sure to
have a
line
have a
up as
nice
well.
tournament.
Hell yeah.
But yeah,
And
no, but
also,
thank you, man. It
yeah,
was
no
fun.
worries. I was gonna say, where else can people find you again? You shout out Pop Cult, but you got to
So
shout out yourself, my man.
yeah, so well, Pop Call is the baby, you know what I mean? I want to make sure that, it gets its love because, Inks, put that on me. So I want to make sure it gets its love. Twitch.tv/Blackstone V1. Again, I try to stream 2, 3 times a week. All my social medias is basically Blackstone V1. My YouTube Blackstone V1. X, Blackstone V1. Don't have a blue sky yet. Don't know how to. I'm not even trying to do all that.
It's all good. It's all good.
Instagram is entitled one. My old one got hacked, so it's
Oh,
now
lame.
that. Yeah, sucks. But no, but yeah, man, reach out. I'm a big sports guy. If you're a Niner fan, I love you. If you're a Chiefs fan, get away from me. Uh, Big Celtics fan. I'm big into wrestling.
Hell yeah.
I'm not hard to find. You know,
All right.
but yeah, yeah, yeah. Check me out, and again, thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you for joining me, man. I really do appreciate it. All right, DL. You enjoy the rest of your night, my man.
You too, man. Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
Thank you.
Deuces.